What's up, what's up? I'm Minato, and welcome to another episode of Mimosas with Minato. So I'm gonna need you to sit back, relax, and let's talk about life.
Champagne for
What's up, everyone? Thank you for coming. Let's introduce ourselves, starting this way, going that way. Jermaine, you already know. Underscore Mr. James Jermaine Phillips. I'm sorry. Jermaine Phillips on Instagram.
What's goody? I'm Terrence, aka Million Styles, on Instagram at @1,000,000styles.
I'm your host Minato, and follow me at Mimosas with Minato, and you can follow me at Kelly Rowan Buns as well.
I love that name.
Jair, aka J Infinity. You can follow me on Instagram _EmeraldPhoenix _.
And our new guest today.
Hi, I'm London. Betty Jolie on Instagram.
Yes.
Oh, and it's your girl Curry Diamond Curls, and that is my Instagram, Curry_Diamond_curls. Curry for the culture, diamonds because pressure. The pressure makes or breaks you, and then the curls, just it's the culture too. It's not like this.
That's right.
I feel you.
So for today's episode, because it didn't record. For today's episode, good thing I have two cameras, mics. For today's episode, I feel like we've been so proper, very educated, we want to talk and be let's get to some scandal. I want to hear some of that. I want to talk about sex. I want to talk about different types of relations and how it affected y'all, and advice about said relationships, and yeah, that's about it. Sexuality and different styles of relationships. So I guess I'll start. We all know that monogamy is 1-1, and I know some people partake in open relationships. I was in an open relationship, and it has its ups and downs to it, and I will say that my advice is don't feel forced to be in an open relationship, because it's not for everybody. I thought I can handle it, knowing that, okay, my partner's gonna go sleep with other people, and I had to deal with that. But I think it was good and fine. I think what set me off is when I actually asked him, how many people you had sex with this week? And when he told me the number, and I was like, how do you have the time? How do you have the time? Well, he's an Uber driver, so. So that happened. So I was jealous, because I think of it as open relationship is that if I want to get my fix, I can do it. But his libido was clearly damn higher than mine, because I would probably, shit you not, it was either one body a week or once every other week, where it was 3 or 4 a week. So I felt insufficient,
Okay, so is 3 or 4 different, or 3 or 4 times?
He could do it 3 or 4 times in one day.
Oh, well.
But what's the week? What's the week?
So that if you do 3 or 4 bodies every day for 7 days a week, how many bodies is that in 1 week? At least 35. See? So it's
35. No, bitch, that's 21 to 28.
4 times 7.
I'm not good at
21.
I'm not good at math. But it was just a lot. Because it was so you, I felt unfulfilled. I have to you're going to come home trying to have sex with me, and you already have, you have no nut left in you. So what are we supposed to do now? It was it was hurtful, because it was
I understand that.
it's either, when it comes to open relationships, I learned, it's either you have to keep that sexual part secret from each other to protect each other's feelings, or if you're strong enough where you can talk to each other about it.
Well, my perspective is, I feel open relationships are meant for people that truly can handle that type of situation. And I would say that to say is, you obviously are not equipped for an open relationship. Because regardless of whatever the number is, the fact is, the point of you guys having an open relationship is for your partner to be satisfied in whatever they need to do, however many times that is, or how less frequent that is, whatever it is for them. Mm-hmm. But it's for them to have their own satisfaction aside from you.
Okay.
Which is why the open relationship was even presented.
But don't you feel like that's such a high number that I really don't satisfy you that much? That like it's like
I mean, I don't think so, because at the end of the day, it's not about you, because you could have been the greatest person in the world, but that person likes to have frequent different partners.
But you know,
and it's not about whether you can satisfy them or not, because one person obviously satisfied them and they want more. So it's not about you personally, it's about what that person feels that they need, which is multiple partners. Because at this point, it's not about personal satisfaction, it's about the rush of multiple partners.
Gotcha.
and you know, I was in a open relationship for about 6 years. And you know, I felt like in the beginning, I had my hang-ups and I had my little issues, but then along the way, like I learned to adapt to what was going on. And you know, one thing I had to learn and understand was that, you know, someone could be monogamy. To me, in my mind, monogamy is about security. It's about how you feel emotionally. And you know, sometimes we don't like to admit it, but like monogamy is a form of us wanting to feel secure in our situation with somebody emotionally. But then there's a difference between emotional loyalty and physical loyalty. You know what I'm saying? You can have a man that will fuck the world, but they love you alone. You know what I'm saying? And I had that type of situation, like, you know, and I had to learn that after a while. Before I used to be like, how you doing, you? Because no shade, like, I had the type of relationship, we could go out together, be trying to bag together, we cruising together.
To do that. We didn't do that.
And, you know, we would enjoy that aspect. But then when I seen his game versus my game, then I was like, how you doing all of this? But then even beyond that, I had to really learn that, you know, all right, he's doing him sexually, but I know all his love is for me, no matter what we go through. Like, he always gonna have like priority emotional beings, because just because you fucking somebody don't mean you trying to cuddle with them, don't mean you trying to love them, don't mean you have their back, don't mean you give them time and space. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between that. So you shouldn't be so caught up in the number or how they do or what they do physically, because you know what I'm saying? Like, people have different levels of respect and loyalty, and no shit, I 100% would appreciate emotional loyalty over physical loyalty. Because at the end of the day, you know, we humans, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we put ourselves on the highest scale and we try to say we're not human, but it's like we're just like the animal world, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Instinctually, we see people, if we're attracted, you go and you do your thing, but like, we are cognizant enough to know that we can have emotional loyalty and separate from it, you know?
Well, I want to highlight you, because you're in a very long time, beautiful relationship. Can you talk about that and your experiences and stuff?
Yes, marriage is a beautiful thing.
Oh, you're married?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes,
Bitch, I have the ring. Okay.
Bitch, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I totally understand all points are valid, all opinions are valid. However, it also depends on the person and what they're willing to put up with. With that being said, sometimes you have to fight for what you want, of course.
Oh, so I should have.
Well, how much can you divulge? Like, are you guys like in a monogamous marriage, or are you guys in an open marriage?
We are in a monogamous marriage.
Okay.
Very much, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I can understand.
I'm not with it. Well, I mean, okay. Here's the thing. We're both very jealous individuals.
Okay.
I will give you that.
Okay.
And so, bringing in the third party or fourth party, fifth party, whatever, that's out of the question.
Got it.
What's his sign?
And what's yours?
He's a Libra.
Uh-huh.
Hey.
And I'm an Aquarius.
Okay.
Oh, match made.
I don't play that, and then Libras is sensitive to how people move.
Feel,
with that.
yeah.
Like,
Libras
they
are
on their shit.
they are very, very emotional.
Word. They are.
Undercover emotional. Especially when they love you, they will open up to you, and you see how emotional they are.
Does he cover it up with personality? Like lots of personality? Because I feel like Libras cover up their feelings
No,
with
not all
personality.
Libras. Not all Libras.
But nah, because no shade, Libra is the most likable sign. It's the most dateable sign. Like, everyone likes Libras. They are most.
Everybody has their own opinion.
Yeah. Oh shit. If we're going in that realm, I feel like it's hit or miss with Libra. It's either you hate them or you love them.
I don't know. I think
Very
they're so
much.
lovable, but people who don't like Libras, I really genuinely think they love them on a low. And
True.
You're Libra?
Because I read, alright, so I don't know if y'all are familiar about the secret language, but it's very specific about days. It told me that I'm the type of person where someone could be so mad at me and hate me that a couple years later they're gonna want to hit me back up. Which, in points, I'm not gonna say names, but I had a fallout with my ex-business partner, and he hit me up like, "Hey, are you still a fan?" I was like, "No," but thank you for the
Are you still a fan, bitch? No.
No.
But going back to what you
Yeah,
said
going
about
back.
monogamy
Can I-
and polygamy, I'm not against polygamy for other people, but for myself, I'm a Scorpio and I'm a crazy bitch.
Okay, bitch, we're both Scorpios, and we could give you that Scorpio perspective. Like for me, like I've been in monogamous relationships, and like not everyone. Like first of all, I've only been in monogamous relationships. I have not tried open relationships or other types of relationships. Matter of fact, I also tried one polyamorous relationship, which I dreaded and hated because it's not my personality, it's not my being. However,
Because Scorpios are more possessive.
yeah, we are very possessive. We're very possessive. Now, I've had my monogamous relationships where I've been able to get to the level where we... Actually, I don't even know if it's an elevation or even just a substitute, but like we get to the level where we include a third person. Mm-hmm. You know? So it's like, oh, let's have a threesome.
You should have loved them.
And I don't know if that's... I'm not even sure if that's necessarily like a step up or if it's just like a substitute for a lack. But anyway, either way, I've done that as well in a monogamous relationship. And even then, that's kind of like weird and fickle because it depends on the type of connection and what's going on. Because one time I had a threesome in a relationship where my partner enjoyed the other person more than me. And that was like really upsetting to me. And then I shut that shit down like that. And then there was another time in another relationship where I had a threesome and it was beautiful and we had a great time and we continue to do it. So it's just depending on the person and that connection and where you are with that in that relationship. Are you ready for that or are you not?
I feel you, but for me, I feel like if someone loves you, and this is me because I am very much like all about monogamy. If someone loves you, like truly loves you deeply, whatever they feel, like if there's a lack, it's mostly like emotional and not really physical. Because if there's a physical lack, there's some emotional connection that's not there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you feel the need to look outside of your relationship, there's something in the relationship that you're avoiding. You get what I'm saying?
That's why I felt.
Like
I felt like it was an avoidance because I'm inadequate or...
I don't, and it's not you. It could be within themselves. Maybe they're not really like... They're trying to find love in places where they might have it with you, but they don't know how to take it. You know what I mean?
Well, because this is I think the whole issue for me was that he admitted to me that he was a sex addict, a self-diagnosed sex addict.
Okay.
And he came to the idea to express monogamy to me. And I'm very honest with him. When we first started dating, I was that type of person where I was like, I like you, but I don't know if I really want to commit just yet. I was honest. It may brutally hurt him, but it was honest to the point where I was like, I don't see you in my future, but I'm starting to grow in love with you. I feel like because I felt like I brought the sex addict back out of him because he wanted monogamy with me, and I kind of was the one who introduced the idea, and I was the one who hated it. But I guess my advice is to people who want to explore that, I feel like there has to be a type of monogamy first.
Yeah.
Because you have to be strong in your foundation before you let other people in. And I think we weren't strong in our foundation.
Wait a second.
Because I don't think
I know you about to speak, but I really want to highlight. Jimmy, listen, at the end of the day, don't hate me for this, but I would love for you to like talk about the dynamics of what you feel like an ideal relationship would be, or whatever you want to have to say about it.
It's weird for me to answer that question because now, the person that I am now, I would rather a relationship of monogamy, but I definitely can't do an open relationship. But saying that, the person that I was years ago, when I first got into my actual first real relationship, I wasn't really like ready for a relationship because I didn't know exactly like, you know,
how to do it,
how to love and all that other stuff. So I actually like was the one to like mess up.
So did you get into a relationship around the time that you were exploring your sexuality at the same time?
Yeah.
So then, because you need to explore first, then meet someone that you feel like you are willing to try it with after you've had an idea of who you are sexually, and after you've had an idea of who you are as a gay person if you identify as that or whatever.
Which I think is fair because I feel like, not that this applies to everybody, but I feel like as gay men, we go through a second adolescence.
Yeah.
That's why, and it's in our 20s, so it's like we're raging right now. I feel like the 20s is the time to date and know, like, fucking date and do all that to know what type of person you like. You know, because even me, I was telling him, I'm like, yo, I honestly don't know who my end game type of dude would be. Do I like skaters? Do I like big dudes? Do I like this? Because it's like, you know, and I'm like, there's so much more out there that I haven't like experienced.
Well, I feel like end game type of dudes have little to do with physical appearance and more to do with what emotionally they do for you and spiritually.
Yes.
I feel because at the end of the day, end game people, what seals the deal for an end game person is the emotional things. You know.
Can it turn to therapy?
Well, it has. I mean.
Okay, I got to bust some shit. I was like,
no, obviously you're not going to go for somebody because first of all, to get in the door, you have to have some type of attraction. At least that's for me. To get in my door, you need to have something that I see physically.
Oh yeah, okay, for him.
I have to see.
I'm just saying in general, like you need to have something physically, but like he's trying to like label it as skinny dude, this dude, that dude. What's my end time type of dude? That will
interaction.
Well, that you should already know.
It's a different interaction.
Exactly.
And I will say this because since we're being, I want to be very open and honest. Every dude I've dated or like I'm in a relationship with have been bigger dudes. Like I don't like, you know, that's my thing, I guess.
You like bigger dudes.
I like bigger dudes.
Like big, thicker dudes.
I'm not.
Yes.
Come on. You hear that, y'all? Y'all hear that?
I love tall, thicky. I don't like meatball small and thicky. Sorry.
He like tall, thick, Rubenesque, Biggie Smalls.
I like guts, but not like I'm obese. No, you can be
okay. Well, he did not mean that in an offensive way.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about sex too. On some real shit, like society is so like it really can damper on how you feel about people because since I was young, I've always had a fascination with fat people. I never knew why. I would love to watch documentaries of my 600-pound life and all that shit.
Okay, I actually do.
Yeah, and like I shit you not, there'd be times where I've had the thought like, yo, would I have sex with a 600-pound dude? Would I like? And it's like, and I've been on sites like Chub Chasers and all. I've been all of that. But part of me was like, someone would be so nice, like I want to date you, I like you, and I'm like, I'm an actor, I'm a Libra image. I felt so bad because society teaches us you can't like fat people in that way. Aww. And I felt bad because it's like there was something I was denying like for my whole life. So I would go for the skinny dudes, but the skinny dudes never loved me because I don't know why. Skinny dudes don't like me. So I would find my way to the semi-middle of the bigger dudes, but it was like I felt like I always.
Is he slim thick?
Because I just felt denied that. Like society told me not to like it, so I've been repressing it for years, and now I'm exploring it.
Well, if we talk about like what works for us sexually, like I'm a black man. I love black men. Black men, we're beautiful. We're everything.
Amen.
And we're just everything. But what gets me going is a Latino man, because Latino men make me feel like I'm a fucking king. Not that black men don't. But Latino men and it's just like, specifically Puerto Rican men. Puerto Rican men out there.
AKA black men.
I'm single.
Thank you, true colors. Thank you out here.
Okay, Puerto Rican of all shades. It don't matter.
No shade.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm trying to explore skinny dudes now. And it's just like, it's hard for me because I feel like, what am I about to admit right now? I gotta make sure I do this correctly so I don't come off messy looking. Where am I trying to go at this? What was the last thing you said so I can like...
Puerto Rican dudes.
Okay,
I'm single.
I love Puerto Rican dudes. No, and the things I feel like too, when I try to date skinny men or men smaller than me, I feel like it's hard for me to engage like I can say I'm a sexual being, but I'm a sexual being, but I was raised not be sexual. I was very like morality, you know, sex is bad, your body's a temple, and I still feel like my body's a temple. You just got paid. No, you can't pay for shit. But it's weird because now I'm at the point where I'm trying to explore myself.
Yeah.
But mom's in the back of my head like, let me. I honestly, low key, I feel like my mom slut shames me a lot. Like low key.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let me keep it 100 with y'all. Y'all in the presence of not an old thigh, because I'm young and ever fresh and good and current. But and green, evergreen. Okay. All fruits ripest anyway. But like, you know, I'm a vintage hoe, and I just feel like I've encountered every man in the history of the world, to me, in my opinion. Like, you know, and I just feel like energetically, I'm single in the sense of none of these niggas ever worked out clearly, right? And I just feel like I don't know what I want per se, but when it comes to people and like what I'm attracted to, like I know I like when people make me feel small. Like I'm 6'1.5".
So he like big dudes.
You know, like if you, it's not so much about the weight, it's the height. Okay. Because I'm tall, so if there's guys taller than me, that's a number one, like 100%. If not, if you don't fit that, it's about aggression. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't take it down, then it's not a game. Like,
well, bitch, let's get real. Like, why do you like taller dudes? What is your position?
You know what? Why I gotta be about that? Listen. When I was younger, okay, when I broke out and I first had gay sex, I was a bottom, right? Exploring my sexual, like I like all types of weird shit. I can't talk about it, but I would say I bottom. That's my shit. However, if I love you and I find you attractive and I really have love for you, I will top you and I'll fuck the shit out of you. Okay, so don't take the cunt, because y'all know I'm androgynous, and I feel like people take the cuntness and like, this nigga cunt. I'm like, psych, nigga, I'm from the hood. I'll wreck your shit. But you know, I'm simplistic. But it's really, to me, I feel like.
Let's talk about sex.
Cause you talked about.
Okay, so wait. How about this? Give a percentage from give a percentage. How much do you do this versus this?
No, we don't gotta angle that.
Why not?
Because I feel like, all right, because this is my issue. That's like stemming from that.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but
it don't matter.
No, here, I'm gonna tell you.
Well, I mean, it does matter because at the end of the day, I'm not spending my life with somebody that does not equal the position or the preference.
What I want to ask you, can I actually?
Because at the end of the day, we can do what we love to do, and then we can also explore.
Listen,
but we have to do what we love to do.
Can I ask you a question? How do y'all feel about? Wait, can I ask you a question? How do y'all feel about open relationships when it's two tops? Because I feel like most people in open relationships are
fucking
two tops.
obvious. That's fucking obvious. Because that would be the best thing. If you love each other at an emotional standpoint, but your sexual positions just don't match, and then you guys are just not willing to just take the ebb and flow of switching, then go ahead and be open.
No.
If you guys want to stay together.
If that nigga look good, something's happening. I'm too much of a hoe. If I see a nigga, he looks everything to me, and he says, "Yo, I'm a bottom." I'm like, all right, you know what? We gonna make this work.
Because my biggest fear is falling in love with someone that I'm like really like into in every way, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and they fuck me over. Because I just don't want to be that.
Okay, guess what?
That bitch that's blowing up.
Well, yeah. Let's talk about you.
I don't want to do it.
Why not?
No, I was the crazy.
Not Adrian. Go there.
Let's talk about you. Yeah. Let's talk about
shit.
Look, I'm so chill on a regular, right? But when I really care about somebody, I really care about them deeply. So if somebody plays with that, it's not pretty. Like, I don't want to be that guy in this lifetime. I feel like I'm good. Like, I don't even want to get into that deep, but it's true. Like, I don't even want somebody to bring that out of me. I want them to bring out the good things in me. Like, don't bring out that crazy bitch. Let her rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Tell them we all coming from a tarnished past, right?
But listen, speaking of tarnished past, you know, because I'm trying to like take this all the way to 100. Let's go right now.
Oh.
So let's talk about what positions you most enjoy.
Okay.
Because like, bitch. Okay, so I'm gonna start. So Like, throughout my sexual history, I've explored both top and bottoming, but I've settled on top because that is my shit. I'm really good at it. And at the end of the day, for me, you gotta start off riding it. And that's just it. And that's just my preference. We can do anything else after that, but that's just my favorite shit. Start off riding it.
Do you want me to start next?
Go ahead.
My positioning is tricky. I honestly still don't know what I am. Truth be told, I feel like I do, but I feel like there's so much. Okay. When I lost my virginity to my first love, I was the bottom.
Okay.
And I guess I was groomed to be a bottom, in a sense. Like, you're my ass, don't fuck anyone else, you're mine. So it was like that. Okay, you're my best friend, I love you. I loved him, so I did that.
Okay.
And then I would say high school, I remember the first time I topped, that was like ecstasy. I was like, holy shit, I didn't know I could come like this.
Okay.
Like that. It was big. And the thing is, what's picturing me now is that I've had one dude where he was fine. And like, I don't know what's happening lately. I guess it's because of heteronormity. Men are really trying to be masculine bottoms. I feel like it's muscular go to gym. He was muscular go to gym. I liked him, but he didn't want to fucks with me because I said I was verse. And he was like, oh, that means you're a fake bottom on the low and real shit. And he denied my shit. Then he came over to my house, and I tell you, I beat that pussy up real quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, and the now it's can I come over? Can you eat my ass? Because I love eating ass. Yes. And it's like, I feel like that's it's just like, it hurt me because it's like, I feel like.
I love how real you are. Like, honestly.
Okay, well, Adrian, I would love to hear. Yeah, what's your perspective? Okay.
Listen,
so
this is the friend zone. You good.
Okay, first of all,
well,
can you identify to our crowd out there, our audience, our viewers, our fans, what you identify sexually and what you enjoy sexually?
People will know this bitch for her real.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I love to sit on the face. I mean, I don't lie. It's like, I do enjoy it. I feel like
would it matter if it's a male or female face?
It has to be a male face.
Okay, cool. It has to be a male face.
Yeah,
so everybody in the room likes dick.
But yes, love it. I'm celibate right now, and I have been for a little while, but I'm still a sexual being. I still enjoy sex when it does come, and when I do want it, I just don't want it right now. But I enjoy sex. It's great. But let me tell you something. I think I have enough in life to understand that sex is cool. The physical is great, but it's just not enough for me right now. You know what I'm saying? So us talking about it, it's like, oh, it's fun. It's like, oh, a key. Oh, that what? I a little bit.
Come on, Mr. Jolie. Take us there, Daddy. Take us there. Let me hear you, because you ain't say shit.
I'm going to just jump on, piggyback on what you said real quick, because sex is not enough, baby. Tim got a 401k. Okay. Tim got a house. Cars. Okay.
Kodiak. Take it there. Yes.
Take me all the way there.
All the way.
Here's the thing. I'm also in agreement with Adrian and London saying that, at this point in my life, I've experienced sex to a level where I've seen it all. I've experienced most of it all. And because I don't do fisting.
I don't know everyone else's sexual positioning too.
Okay, we're going to get there. Trust me, we're going to get there. But what I'm trying to say is that, sex is important. And at the end of the day, you have to be able to please me, and you have to be able to match my vibration of sex. If I feel like topping if I'm a majority top and you're a majority bottom, we work. But if you also want to explore, you have to be open to explore. And at the end of the day, if we're gonna have a successful relationship, we need to be able to be on a sexual compatibility. First of all, I feel like that is a prerequisite to sex.
No, because
that is a prerequisite to sex. If I don't want to eat your ass, I don't
fuck you. It's 2018, and sexually you should be a lot more free.
Do you want your ass eaten?
Of course.
Yeah.
Sit on pun it, boo. Hey.
That is a prerequisite to sex, whether I'm doing it or I'm receiving it.
Why are you with somebody and you're having good sex?
Exactly. Even my hookups, I be wanting it to be good, but these niggas be like, I don't eat ass, I don't suck dick. I be like, why are we doing this?
Hit that Oprah, okay?
I can't fucks with tops and I can't fucks with full bottoms. It has to be verse. Like I need pleasure in both areas, and niggas don't want to do that no more.
It's true, and there's tops and bottoms in heterosexual relationships too.
Amen.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's open that up.
And men love to be pleased as well as women
Listen.
do. And I think there's this thing where this standard that society puts on relationships in general, where the men have to do the pleasing, and it's not, or like the women have to do certain, and it's not like that. Like whatever pleases you sexually. It works for y'all. Y'all should be able to experiment and try things.
Okay, so can I ask you this?
Hello.
In terms of, aside from sexual positions and who's inserting what, whatever, would you say you're more submissive or dominant in a sexual?
I'm definitely a top.
Okay, so she's a dominant top
I am.
in her heterosexual
But
relationship.
I like to be dominated too.
Okay.
I do. Because I'm such a strong personality.
Yeah.
Like, and just strong sexual energy.
But somebody has to be worthy.
They have to be worthy.
They have to be worthy.
They have to be.
Because listen, I'm also dominant, but there's times where I will submit to somebody that is worthy. And just because you feel you're hyper masculine means you're not gonna get me. You have to.
That too. Hyper masculine men feel like they're entitled.
You know what?
And then I'll open up the physical.
No shade.
On the topic.
Well,
Ass eating is everything.
Okay, that's right, honey. What do you identify as, if you don't mind disclaiming?
Aquarius, everything.
Can I ask one more
Aquarius.
thing?
I'm very free spirited.
Okay, that's right.
Yes. Trust me. Listen.
Air signs are
Give me that.
good.
You gotta give me that. She looked at me like, thank you,
I
bitch.
think air signs are very. I think all air signs are verse. I shit you not. I think that's my.
No,
honest
I'm
opinion.
into astrology, and my Venus is in Aquarius, and I'm very free with my shit. You hear me? Like,
You said
so
what? What did you say? Say that again?
If you're into astrology deeply, like my Venus is in Aquarius, if you know what that means. But like, I am to every fucking thing. Like, no shade. Sexually, a lot of shit intrigue me, like all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, you may have to wait till you get to your Venus, but my son says. my son says, if you're worthy, you will get whatever you need. Okay. And it'll be nobody else's business but yours.
Also, how do you feel about? I guess in the realm of I don't know, and sex. Honest, I don't know if it's more focused on hooking up, but how do you feel like you see how we have to please each other? Now, how do you feel if someone's trying to do something that you're not into? How do you like?
Be vocal,
Yes, be vocal.
Everybody has time
Not
to
into
do
the-
it more.
I feel like-
We're too far into like just finding ourselves to allow someone to make us feel uncomfortable in any way, especially sexually. Like, you should just be comfortable enough to be like, you know what, not into it, and their ego should not be a part of it. It's about what's comfortable for both of y'all.
Word.
Because
No
I've had
shade.
I've had a man who was like, "Oh, I want you to swallow." I'm like, I've never swallowed in my whole life.
it's good for you though. It's a lot of
No!
Let me tell you. Sperm
Hold on.
consists of amino acids, protein, omega-3s, bitch, stem
Y'all
cells.
swallow?
Yo, sperm. Listen, you can put sperm under your eyes, bitch. Listen, I can't tell you what I do with sperm. I can't tell you what I do with sperm, okay? I can't tell you.
Wait. Hold on. Bring it down.
No shade.
At the end of the day, At the end of the day,
Bitch, you see this?
healthy sperm is your friend.
You see
Okay.
this?
So you believe people should swallow, even if it's just
Listen,
a hookup?
You don't have to. You don't have to.
I will not deny or accept
I
that
tried
I
it.
have.
Listen,
Well,
I'm
imagine.
so sorry if you
Then
watched
if the
it. I
moment is
tried
right.
it one time. I gagged.
Listen,
I died. I was
listen.
like, I threw up. I
Do
was
what
like,
you want with sperm, but if you use a Google, even though I'm a like real sacred, I wouldn't call myself a witch, but I'm that bitch. Sperm got so much juices, okay, and it's you make a baby with sperm. You know how much shit is in
taking in
sperm.
all that energy.
Okay,
their,
hold up, wait.
their faults, their
Hold on, wait.
anguish, their lies.
I will piggyback on what she said. Sperm has a lot of vitamins, a lot
Oh
of
my
protein.
gosh, they're advocating this.
Yes, I am, because what? Listen, baby, only swallow one man's sperm.
Exactly. You can't be swallowing everybody. You can't be eating fucking McDonald's. Listen.
When is the right time to eat a man's sperm?
When he's a fucking vegan. When that nigga say he a vegan, this whole thing you got to clear.
I can't.
Sperm is
Good night. Good night.
It's good for your skin, good for your teeth, good for your hair.
I believe it's good on the skin, and not in my insides.
Well, you know what? I'm
Let's-
just trying to grow these.
Just took a shot of orange juice. A shot of orange juice after.
I can't.
Swallow.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Jermaine?
No, I was gonna say, like, if you're trying to do something with somebody that they're into but you're not into it, I feel like it would depend on, like, relationship or the communication that you guys have. Like,
Word.
You know, it depends on how you know the person, how long you know the person. It's all about
That's
the
what my thing is.
Whatever you want in a relationship, no matter how deep it is, it just depends on what y'all are okay with and comfortable with. But I do feel like there's certain things. that
Even
are
in a
not for
hookup?
everybody. There's certain things, whatever pleases you.
In a
If you're
hook-
gonna do something, make sure you do it and you enjoy it. But I don't think everybody deserves every part of you and
Exactly.
every level of you
No.
sexually.
Oh my God.
Emotionally.
Yo.
Wait.
If you're gonna have sex, make it enjoyable. There is no such thing as not enjoying, not coming,
Okay, but
not
he
being
enjoys
pleased
swallow,
after 20
wanting me to swallow. I don't want to do that, so it's not gonna be
So don't do
enjoyable.
it.
Okay.
It's
So
not
then
gonna
that's it. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, well, go ahead. What were you gonna say, Jermaine?
You were saying in the hookup, no, and I feel like in a hookup it's only about what you're comfortable with.
Exactly.
In a relationship, you have to consider. You don't have to build. You have to consider compromise.
I think both.
You know what?
Even in a hookup?
I feel like if
No, she's talking about in a
What do you mean?
in a
In a
relationship.
hookup?
Oh, okay.
you all around.
Right, all around.
Repeat
So,
that.
Listen,
No
you can't
shit.
try new things, but if
I didn't
you
know
really
what you
are
said.
against something, I would not do it.
Okay.
If I'm not,
So
And the person should be understanding of it. Okay.
don't
Listen.
So I'm
Well,
not
hold on,
gonna
wait,
do
wait,
that.
that way.
I mean, okay, so then, all right. So how long you gonna go? How are you gonna keep that up?
falling in love.
But
Well, listen. At the end of the day,
But don't you think that if in a relationship, right? If you don't like, say he wants you to do something, you're not comfortable with it, you don't want to do it. You're saying that you're not gonna do it forever. You don't think he's gonna go to somebody else and do it?
You
Well,
never
listen,
know. But
I
it might happen. I'm not gonna lie. It might happen. But I feel like you still have to stand your ground and know what's for you and what's not for you. If
Well-
something is not for you, you can't force yourself to be uncomfortable. I feel like society pushes that on people that you're supposed to be so giving of yourself in every way that you compromise your happiness, and you should definitely be happy first. You can't pour from an empty cup. And if you're not pleased or
Talk
happy with
things.
something,
Talk things.
don't move forward with it.
well, for me, I think the foundation is the foundation in a relationship, especially if we're talking about the focus of a relationship. It should be communication. You should define the things that are like, I just will not do, and the reasons why, so that the person can understand and have a place of empathy and understanding. And then
Nah,
and then
that
and then
could
and
be,
then,
though.
and then there are the things that you guys can compromise on. But at the end of the day, if it's not communicated, then it's not going to be effectively done. So you know what I'm saying?
But
So
also,
I just feel like
try everything once. Try it
you
once.
try. Well,
You
yeah,
never know if you're
because
like-
that's a Scorpio shit. Like we'll try everything once.
All right.
At least.
I just want to know everyone's positioning since I've opened up, and
Okay,
then I'm
well,
gonna
bitch,
end it.
I've stated that I'm a top. Matter of fact, I will say versatile top in a relationship. But at the end of the day, I'm a top, and that's my go-to. That's what I'll present to you with. I don't care what you see here and how I act, but at the end of the day, when I get in the bedroom, that's what I desire.
I
That's my
love
preference.
to flip. Niggas don't flip anymore. I fuck you, you fuck me, and then we both come together and we sleep and cuddle. That's it. Okay, continue.
Come on, Libra.
I'm
The
going
balance.
that way.
Are you going this way?
Whatever.
No shade. I'm from Flatbush.
Okay, what does that mean? Like,
The first dick I ever took was an aggressive, big fat Jamaican cocky. Okay. All I'm gonna say is I definitely have floated back way on a dick. You know what I'm saying? I like my dick sucked. No shade. And you know, I like getting in and out to the end of time. So with that said, you know, I'm a free spirited. For me to be a top, like I love bottoming, but for me to be a real top, like I have to love you. Like I'm not even like as a Pisces, I'm attached to my heart chakra. Like I have to love you for me to fuck the shit out of you. Like, and I can if I love you, and I'm like I said, if I meet a bottom one day and they're like, yo, but I really like them, like I'm like, we're gonna make this work and it's gonna happen. Don't worry, I have to get you. But like, you know, that's my shit.
I agree. When I first started exploring my sexuality, I identified as a top. And then I got into my first relationship. While in my first relationship, it took like about 3 years for me to start, like, you know,
Bottoming.
yeah. So, versing.
Verse.
So
Hey.
verse top.
Verse top.
Hey,
Yeah.
verse top is
Fully verse.
okay, we finished.
okay.
You're married.
I'll let you
You're
finish.
married.
Wait.
fine.
You win.
He's versed. He's married.
Cool. Okay, so
Damn.
I am very aggressive personality-wise. However,
You need to be tamed.
I need to be tamed.
Okay. I can't be tamed. Okay, go ahead. Yes.
And if a dude,
And that's all.
I wanna ask
I
you-
can say.
all right. So if a dude came to you and said, "Can you peg me?" Would you do it?
Who? You gonna help
No,
me?
her.
Peg him, he got a
Peg
whole
him.
dick though.
Get
You
a
know what's
strap
funny?
on and fuck him.
Yes.
Oh.
Fred, I would do it. I would. Because I feel like sexually I'm more open and understanding and I'm not a celebrity like, oh my god. No, it's sex. Have fun and enjoy it. Like I said, and if
Yeah.
He has to go to the bathroom.
I would do it. I would. And I wouldn't even look at them anyway. Like I was like, yes, let's do it. Because I was funny, I was reading an article on Snapchat, y'all. Because they were talking about pegging and how most women feel a certain way, but I think that's just what society puts in your brain to feel a way. There are no, the standards are only the ones that you create. They're imaginary, okay?
Yes.
Amen.
Whatever pleases you, and it's between you and whoever you decide to do
it with.
whatever with.
That's right.
That is it.
That is
Keep it
it.
cute and classy in the street.
Keep it cute and classy.
Free in the streets.
Hey.
Amen.
And that is the way to end it.
And let's end it here because I need to know what's happening in American Horror Story. So thank you for watching another episode of Mimosas with Minato. Follow us at IG. I'm trying to be better with my IG, y'all. Like it's hard. I just like to throw videos. I just like to use my IG to throw videos. But give me feedback on what could invite more people or what would you be more interested to see on the IG page. Follow us at Mimosas_with_Minato. Or follow me on Kelly Rolling Blunts as well because I post about it too. And I need to know what's happening with
I
this
said
dating.
underscore.
Underscore.
Daddy_Jolie.
That's
I
right.
want to say that
He
again.
popped up.
Daddy.
I tag everyone.
Oh,
And he tags everyone with like a caption.
The fabulous one with the wheelchair back.
Yeah, it's a fabulous Roman Ray. Like, and it's a bitch ass Kim Yonsei over there sitting.